Okay, so a lot got done today. Today, I got the birdhouse or the dog house, whatever you want to call it, mounted. I got all of the connections made in the back. For the fan is up here, the wet dry bulb is down here, and then the main power cord is down here on the back side. And then this is the main power comes in on this side, clear back in the back. All those connections are made. All of them come through the kiln here. I made these grommets out of some HTPE that I had, so that so the wires don't rub up against the aluminum. I did that that's the power cord there that runs in the kiln and then runs back out the outside. There's the main control cable. It was just long enough. I didn't cut a single wire, but all of those, my dad actually hooked all those up. He came over to help me. And then the powered vent is down there, so that wire is run. Then here's the wet and dry bulb setup, and just like is in the instructions, I made it just like they said to do. And then there's the non-powered exhaust vent over here on this end of the kiln, so it's like that. I worry about that letting in too much cold air in the wintertime, so I'm going to create a plug to put over the outside of that. But other than that, I've got to put my baffle up at the black line all the way around, and then my side baffles, and I will be loading this kiln full of wood. The baffles, I think are all I've got left to do on this thing before I put a load of wood in this. I still got to do the corners outside, but I'm going to have a load of wood in it when I do all those corners. And yeah, I'm pretty close to being ready to go. I'm gonna, for the winter time, and since this is just plywood for right now, but in the winter time I'm gonna put 2 inches of pink insulation all the way around this thing and put another layer of plywood over the top of that, so it'll be insulated. And then this plug that goes in the front here will also be 2 inches thick with pink insulation, and then another layer of plywood on it. And then you just pull it off and get to what you want, put the plug back on. And I'm gonna drain the water. Oh, I have to do the drain too. So, but I'm gonna drain the water into I'm gonna extend this birdhouse probably straight down, and then put the bucket in there, and maybe cut a hole big enough to like let the water not freeze in the bucket in this thing here, and that heat then will rise up to the bottom of this. So yeah, this is a big day. Got a lot done today. I can kick it on, and I can turn the vents on, and that vent will turn on when the dry bulb gets met. So yep, there goes that fan. So pretty exciting getting to see everything come together. So one thing I do want to say is, if you buy one of these KD150s or the Nile 53s, they are not plug and play, not even close. So by the time you run that, I'm going to shut the fans off. So by the time you run this, that part there is pretty self-explanatory. You got to read the insulation on each of the wires, and then it corresponds to the numbers on that strip. But this wire here didn't even come with the kiln at all. This SO cord, none of this came with it. I had to go buy that to run this fan, which is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty simple, but still, it did not come with the kit at all. Neither did the power cord. So the power cord, and it's the same gauge. I bought the same wire. It's the same SO wire for the power cord and for the exhaust fan. So you have to do that. You have to drill holes in the back of this case, and then I use liquid tight connectors for the SO cord to the back of this case here. So it's not plug and play. You know, when I had to make this cord that runs out here and then plugs into this outlet here. So just so you know, I just want people to know that this is not plug and play. You have to be somewhat of an electrician, or you have to know an electrician and get him over here, because he's going to need to be here to help hook up some of this stuff. So I'm not an electrician, I'm a carpenter, but I figured it out. So it's not that difficult, but it is something that you need to know a little bit about electrical to do. So that's it for this video. Hopefully next time I'll be loading wood into it. Later.